From Colorado's sports leader, here's Drew Soicher.
Hi, everybody. The Broncos broke in Levi's Stadium today like a pair of new 501 button-fly jeans with grass stains and a giant rip in the knee. Bronx destroyed the San Francisco 49ers and remained undefeated through 2 preseason games for the first time in 9 years. Hi, everybody. We're learning so much about Paxton Lynch tonight that I can tell you he got his name when his mother, pregnant at the time, heard another mom scream across the mall for her kid, Paxton! Lynch was officially introduced by the Broncos today. He seems to appreciate all the attention he's receiving, especially from John Elway, who called his name in the first round of the NFL draft. Paxton, get your butt over here. Kathy asked me a great question tonight.
I did?
What's the best way to explain the Tulowitzki trade to young kids? I told mine, the whole thing's stupid. Stop whining, life isn't fair, I don't want to talk about it, and the topic will never be addressed in this hole never again. And they're both in college. Hi, everybody. The Broncos won again tonight and now must be taken seriously as Super Bowl contenders. Unlike the first 6 weeks when the Bronx beat mostly lousy teams, they pounded the powerful and previously unbeaten Green Bay Packers this time. Dream job is an overused term. Who really has a gig that they literally dreamt about? Maybe the President of the United States, New York Yankees shortstop, that guy who makes M&M blizzards at Dairy Queen. No, sorry, that's my dream job. And now Gary Kubiak, the 15th head coach in Denver Broncos history, arrived at Centennial Airport with his wife Rhonda today. Tiger Woods, Jim Furyk, and David Toms all are 1 under par, tied for the lead at the midway point of the United States Open. Padraig Harrington is 5 shots back. Would have been worse if not for this birdie putt on the 7th hole. Harrington's golf ball stopped on the lip of the cup. He's not allowed to mess with it, but we can. Come on, let's blow. Stomp your feet. It worked. Harrington's at even par with 36 holes still to play.
Good job, team. I love the name.
Hi, everybody. If you've ever won free French fries playing McDonald's Monopoly, if you've ever found a temporary tattoo in the bottom of a Cracker Jacks box, then you've had more luck in the lottery than the Nuggets. For the 14th time in 14 tries, the Nuggets failed to improve their slot in the NBA draft lottery. The worst they were capable of was 7th. They got 7th. Nugs also have the 15th and 19th selections. 76ers won the lottery. NBA draft is in 6 weeks. If you've ever won a stuffed animal at the carnival, you get the idea. So where were you 40 years ago tonight? I was at my grandparents' apartment in Brooklyn, New York, watching Hank Aaron break Babe Ruth's home run record. Nearly missed it because Nana walked in front of the TV to serve matzo ball soup. Delicious, but now's not the time. Hi, everybody. Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning is politely asking, in the absolute nicest way possible, that you shut your big fat mouth. Manning loves the fact that Broncos fans are so loyal and passionate, but expressed his frustration to KOA radio today over his perception that the 76,000 people in attendance don't seem to understand when it's time to stand and scream and when it's time to sit quietly. I hate no-hitters. They happen 3 times a week, and everybody goes crazy screaming, "I've never seen anything like it!" In Houston tonight, Astros pitcher Mike Fiers blanked the Los Angeles Dodgers, tossing the 11th no-hitter in franchise history. It's the 292nd all-time no-hitter in the major leagues and 5th this season alone. Astros win 3-0. I've never seen anything like it. Broncos tight end Owen Daniels follows Gary Kubiak around like Woodstock does Snoopy, like Boo Boo does Yogi Bear, like Zazu does Simba. Daniels signed his free agent contract today, confirming that he'll be playing football for Kubiak for the 10th year in a row, 8 in Houston, 1 in Baltimore, and now here in Denver. Like Donkey does Shrek. Colorado School of Mines center Trevor Wages brought a shocking, thrilling, and absolutely smashing end to tonight's basketball game at Metro State. The Ore Diggers were trailing the Roadrunners by 7 points with 6 minutes remaining in the first half when suddenly...
I'm sure the Roadrunners agree with that. Trapped in the corner. Great pass to Wages. Wages slams it down and breaks the glass.
That's what I'm talking about. Wages shattered the backboard with a powerful slam dunk. Broken glass covered the court. The rim was dangling in the wrong direction. The school was unable to find a suitable replacement backboard in a timely manner, so the game has been postponed until Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Remember that great scene in the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles where the couple driving next to John Candy and Steve Martin is trying to tell them they're going the wrong way? You're going to kill somebody. Oh, they're drunk. How do they know where we're going? Thank you. Well, Kent State football player Andre Parker really did go the wrong way last night. Parker was on the Golden Flash's punt coverage when he scooped up a loose ball and...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He's running the
You're
wrong
going the wrong way. Holy moly.
What's even funnier to me is the fact that two players from the other team tackled Parker instead of letting him run into the end zone. Kent State beat Townsend anyway. The Avalanche held a players-only meeting following last night's game, which went something like this. Avs blew a 2-goal lead, gave up 5 to the Vancouver Canucks in just a 13-minute span. If you are a Dallas Mavericks fan and got tickets to tonight's Nuggets game as a holiday gift, or worse yet, paid for them, you must be furious. The Mavs basically decided to throw the game, giving all 3 of their All-Stars, future Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki, plus Rajon Rondo and Tyson Chandler, the night off. Nugs easily beat what amounted to be a slightly above average team from the Denver Jewish Community Center Wednesday night league. Nuggies win their 5th straight, 114-107. Hi, everybody. It looks like the Rockies might lose their home opener for the first time in 4 years, but I can assure you, nobody here in attendance will ever remember that, because Rocks rookie Trevor Story delivered the only moment everybody came to see. Story belted a 3rd-inning home run, extending his remarkable streak of consecutive games with at least 1 homer to begin a career to 4. I'm all about the preps. Quarterfinals of the boys' 5A basketball tournament. Fossil Ridge beat Arapahoe and advanced to the Final Four for the first time in school history. Ryan Quaid, you're on 9 News. Sabercats win 68-58. Overland is returning to the Final Four for the first time in 24 years. Beat Rangeview. 6'8 sophomore Deron Davis, you're on 9 News. Trailblazers win 64-47. Denver East is returning to the Final Four for the 2nd straight year after eliminating Highlands Ranch. Dominique Collier, you're on 9 News. Collier scored 26 points in a row. Wow. I lived in Detroit for 25 years and never saw a bird. Tonight in Motown, a pair of pigeons caused a 1st-inning delay in the Tigers-Pirates game. And we're live. 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss is at team headquarters. Hi, Mike. Is Manning really injured, or is this a convenient excuse to rest him for a few weeks?
You have a way of asking questions to make your subject squirm, don't you? I think I'll think.
Here's Drew Soicher.
Hi, everybody. The Nuggets nearly had to cancel tonight's game because of the snowstorm and then won on a blizzard beater. Nugs were trailing the last-place Philadelphia 76ers in the final seconds when my new favorite player, rookie Emmanuel Mudiay, lets it go! That's what I'm talking about. Mudiay's first career game-winning basket as time expires. Tonight, we are celebrating the 125th anniversary of the greatest piece of sports writing ever, Ernest Lawrence Thayer's Casey at the Bat, which appeared in the San Francisco Examiner on June 3rd, 1888.
The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but 1 more inning left to play. And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game.
I love that poem so much, I named my Old English sheepdog Mighty Casey Mudville Soicher and read her the bedtime story every night after I come home from work.
We put up even money now. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. The end.
That's the same dog. Just
Different growth
different haircuts.
stages.
That ordeal with sideline communications tonight reminded me of a story I covered about 20 years ago, where coaches at a high school stadium in Seattle were being interrupted by the Burger King drive-thru across the street, which was on the same frequency. This time, the Pittsburgh Steelers coaching staff could only listen to the New England Patriots radio broadcast in their ears. Pats head coach Bill Belichick writes himself a note. That was a good one, but let's try Soicher's Burger King trick in the playoffs. All anybody needed to hear was touchdown Gronk, touchdown Gronk, touchdown Gronk. Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski scored 3 times. Super Bowl champs win 21-14. You see, the coaches in Seattle admitted the whole headset thing was hilarious until it was 4th and 2 with the game on the line, and somebody at the window couldn't decide if they wanted cheese or not on their Whopper. 81st Annual State Wrestling Tournament is underway, and we're live. 9 News prep reporter Taylor Temby is at the Pepsi Center. Hi, Taylor. When I heard the Broncos were negotiating with Russell from the Seahawks, I thought, awesome. Russell Wilson is exactly who the Broncos need at quarterback. Unfortunately, it was free agent offensive lineman Russell Okung. Still a good player, but How depressing. First, the Dairy Queen credit card breach.
No.
Every criminal in the world has my numbers now. And now this. Here, get this out of my sight. There's no chance we'll need that anymore this year. The Avalanche suffered their most lopsided opening night whooping in franchise history tonight. Franchise, not team. Quebec Nordiques included. 6 months after being eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs by the Minnesota Wild, that same team embarrassed the Avs in the season opener. Colorado's defense was awful. Avs gave up 4 goals in the second period, were outshot 48-16, and lost the game by a final score of 5-0. Large M&M Blizzard, please. And just use my credit card for whatever you want while you've got it. If counting down the days until you have time off was a crime, each of us on this 9 News anchor team would be on death row.
That's right.
Especially Kathy, who can tell you how many hours until Saturday at any point during the week. The Nuggets got busted over the weekend for shouting 6 weeks at the end of a huddle, because that's how much time is left in their lousy season. The Three Stooges used to poke each other on the eyebrows to avoid actual injury, not the eyeballs, but they did it so fast you couldn't tell. Broncos cornerback Aqib Talib was clearly unaware of that technique when he stuck his fingers inside the mask of Indianapolis Colts tight end Dwayne Allen, and as a result, Talib received a 1-game suspension from the NFL today. Hi, everybody. The Rockies won again and again today, extending their winning streak to 5 games and improving their record to a Major League best 10-2. Rocks took both ends of a doubleheader from the New York Mets. Troy Tulowitzki homered for the 3rd consecutive game. We call that 3 Lewitsky. Roccos win the opener by a final score of 6-5. Rockies changed uniforms and beat the Mets again in the nightcap. Tulowitzki smashed another home run. That's 4 straight games. We call that
4 Lewitsky.
4 Lewitsky. Very good. Roccos win 9-5 and sweep a series in New York for the first time in 17 years. Carmelo Anthony scored 18 points, got poked in the eye, and did not get traded.
Ooh, 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 it's the mellow rumor of the day.
Yahoo Sports is reporting that the reason the New Jersey Nets canceled their meeting with Anthony last week and pulled their offer from the table was because they were insulted when the Nuggets tried to throw bench warmer Ronaldo Balkman into the deal. Balkman has a tattoo on his inner lip which reads, cool. Looks like Ronaldo may have a mild gingivitis as well. One of boxing's biggest fans, rap star Heavy D, tragically collapsed and died at the age of 44 today. Heavy D was my favorite entertainer of all time. I got a chance to meet him at a Mike Tyson fight in Las Vegas 20 years ago. I listened to so much music back then from the group Heavy D and the Boys that I eventually married a girl named D, and we had 2 boys together, Heavy D and the Boys. We're following the overweight lover MC on social media tonight. In fact, if you follow my new Twitter account, @DrewSoicher, right now, you'll be able to see a rare tape of me rapping Heavy D's smash hit Girls They Love Me. Soicher Media, the world's only 100% spring-loaded technology. Take my hand, walk with me. I'm the imperial, overweight, lover MC Heavy D. Now that I've introduced myself correctly, do you have a moment to spend some time with me? Would you like a drink, maybe a pina colada, a strawberry daiquiri, some wine from Havana? It really doesn't matter. The choice is yours. And when you're through with your drink, we'll take a walk outdoors. Conclusive video evidence tonight that New York Knicks forward Carmelo Anthony is a thief. Anthony's 2011 family holiday card is in this week's issue of People magazine. Melo, his wife Lala, and son Cayenne are each sucking on straws out of the same milkshake at a diner. Seems creative, right? Until you realize that's the exact same photograph my family first introduced back in 2003. That's me with my wife and kids at Gunther Tootie's. You may think it's a coincidence, but come on. Anthony was a Nuggets rookie 8 years ago, and since he was new in town, I dropped a card in his locker. Now he's a big-time Broadway star and thinks he can just take whatever he wants without asking. Simply put, Melo stole my Christmas card. Hi, everybody. The Broncos kick off their exhibition season home opener against the Buffalo Bills in less than an hour, and Broncos fans are in for a big surprise. Tim Tebow will not be the second-string quarterback tonight. He's been replaced in that role by Brady Quinn. So it'll be Kyle Orton starting, Quinn second, and Tebow third. Special treat. Tonight's game will be broadcast by not one, but a pair of Hall of Famers, Vern Lundquist and Alfred Williams. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Drew.
Vern, longtime Steamboat Springs resident, traveled the world, calling every possible sporting event across the globe. What's a big shot like you doing in a place like this?
I needed to come down here to find out whether it was Drew or false.
It's false. Drew will be here in a little while. The 1927 New York Yankees with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig never won 19 out of 20 games. The 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers with Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella never won 19 out of 20. And the 1975 Cincinnati Reds with Johnny Bench and Joe Morgan never won 19 out of 20. But the 2007 Colorado Rockies can make it 19 out of 20 tonight. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Heck, this one's even worth crossing your eyes over. The Nuggets are reportedly the most aggressive team pursuing Allen Iverson tonight. Hey, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters are coming to town for 2 games next weekend, April 4th and 5th. In fact, you may have noticed, they're already here. 3 champagne showers in the span of 14 days. The tiebreaker, the division series, and now this. Woo!
That's cold, huh?
That stings!
That's a good call, though.
Woo!
Dang!
Hey, this is kind of embarrassing. The greatest foosball player in the world, table soccer Hall of Famer Mike Bowers, refused a 9 News request for an interview today. John Elway, Allen Iverson, and Joe Sakic talk to us all the time. Mike Bowers, too big time, not available to the media. Chauncey Billups will wear a Nuggets uniform for the first time in 9 years tonight, and now it seems to fit better. Get ready to scream at the top of your lungs. Los Angeles Galaxy superstar David Beckham is in Colorado tonight. All right, I'm not going to beg the Nuggets to make a trade with the New Jersey Nets for 9-time NBA All-Star Jason Kidd like I did for Allen Iverson, simply because, although Kidd would look terrific in a Nuggets uniform, he isn't Allen Iverson. Great, but not my life isn't worth living without you great. If today's Roger Clemens hearing was a play at the Buell Theater, it would be a smash hit. I've seen Les Mis, Wicked, Fiddler on the Roof, Muppets Live. This was better than all of them. Peter, the wait is finally over. 8 days after agreeing to return to the Avalanche, Peter Forsberg will be in uniform for tonight's game with the Vancouver Canucks. There's a delightful elderly gentleman who calls 9 News every time the Broncos lose and demands Mike Shanahan gets fired immediately. Shanahan's gotta go. I told you they'll never win with him. Of all the mean and nasty names you can call your teammates, cowards, cheaters, chumps, punks, Carmelo broke out the worst one. Quitters. They'll either resent him for it or play their hearts out Monday night and try to prove him wrong. One of the television announcers at the Nuggets game just said the team was on the brink of extermination. I think she meant elimination, but either way, it's really, really bad. Hi, everybody. The Rocks are back in town riding a franchise record 11-game winning streak, but they might have to stretch it to 14 in order to make the playoffs. Mike Shanahan had that stare. Dan Reeves had more of a scowl. Josh McDaniels has a cute little smile.
Kirkus knows he has no chance to crack the starting lineup, but he's extremely comfortable as a sub. In fact, he spent all of last season making them, working at a Subway sandwich shop just outside Detroit.
The Rockies have hired former Dodgers and Pirates manager Jim Tracy as their new bench coach, most useless job in all of sports. Tracy will sit next to Clint Hurdle and spit sunflower seeds, replacing Jamie Quirk, who was fired after 6 years of sitting next to Hurdle and chewing gum.
Very exciting. Tradition continues, yeah.
That's right. We've got the naked Stanley Cup right now. By Wednesday night, we have to have the aluminum foil on it, and we will do that by then. But right now, it's just all the Tupperware with, of course, the all-important lettuce crisper.
With the lid's missing.
On top. You don't have to have a lid, right? No, the Stanley Cup is hollow.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I want the lid then.
Yeah, we'll get you a lid. Usually, if you want to see a cycle, you go to the laundromat, not the ballpark. But Rockies star Troy Tulowitzki hit a normal, gentle, delicate, and permanent press last night.
From Colorado's sports leader, here's Drew Soicher.
Hey, it's me, not Kathy. I'm doing the sports.
That's what I'm talking about.
And people liked all that silly stuff?
That's what I'm talking about.
And people watched you on television?
That's what I'm talking about.
And you won awards?
What you talking about?
I didn't think so.
Drew Soicher Sports. It never gets old.